Aha! Welcome to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm Jim Belisle from Shipyard Brewing. We're here at the Blue Mermaid Grill where they have on draft the Longfellow Winter Porter from Shipyard. Let's stop in and see if they can concoct something in the kitchen. Terry's the chef, Scott's the owner. You'll love the place.
Hey, Jim!
How you doing?
I'm all right, how are you?
I'm very well.
Nice to see you.
Always a pleasure. Sorry to drop in on you. We were just in the neighborhood, wanted to see if, since you're one of the few accounts that runs the specially obscure Longfellow Winter Ale on draft, if we could utilize your restaurant to have Terry whip up something in the kitchen utilizing the beer.
Well, let me call him and surprise him.
All right.
Hey, Jim.
Terry, how are you?
Very well, how are you?
Excellent, thanks. We were in the neighborhood. You folks here at the Blue Mermaid run the Longfellow Porter on draft every year. It's our winter ale. We were hoping to drop in on you, do our Sneak Attack Chef segment, and have you utilize that beer in a recipe. And as always, I have beer with me, and I have the 4X IPA, Pugsley's Signature Series, and if you wanted to utilize that as well,
nice, I can
go to
utilize
town.
both those, that'd be fun.
Good deal. You got things swirling around in your mind right now?
Yeah, there's a couple things, you know.
deal.
I might have to tweak it, but I'll definitely make something happen today. It'll be fun.
All right, let's go play in the kitchen.
All right, excellent. So I was thinking, I thought for the first course we'd use the 4X IPA with a smoked Gouda fondue, and we'll throw some crusty bread around that. And then for the second dish, I'll use the winter Longfellow, and use that as a chicken scaloppini over a little chickpea rice.
If you need a strong back and a weak mind at any point, let me know. I'm your guy.
Let's get cooking.
Well, we call the segment Sneak Attack Chef, but we don't actually attack. But we do sneak.
If you want, you don't mind, you can shred the Gouda for me.
Okay.
Ever.
Can we use this later?
Maybe as
I've got a
an
shoe that
eyepiece.
has a hole in the bottom, and I'm thinking.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the seeds out of the jalapenos. Got a mild palate, this would be perfect.
If you get a mild palate, go down to the place down the road. That's what I say. Red and green are complementary colors, by the way.
They are. And,
more fun facts from Jim, your host. And by the way, thank you for not having an entire wheel of cheese, because my arm is cramping. There.
so I'm going to dice this up. This is going to be the base for our fondue.
Handcrafted, just like our fine Shipyard ales.
Garlic starting. Always smells good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. The only time it's not, you know, the only time you got to worry is the heat. You don't want it to burn. Burnt garlic is really bitter. I'm gonna add the jalapenos and the onions.
Apparently Aroma TV is just a few years away, but it's a shame you folks can't smell this right now. And we're just getting started.
We're gonna sweat this out for a little bit, you know, just a minute or two.
Right.
And then we're gonna add some canned tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes if you'd like. I'm gonna steal my mise en place from my chefs for today. But we're gonna add canned tomatoes. And this doesn't have to be precise as far as measurements.
Right.
And what I like to do is that if I'm working with something that doesn't come out quite right, I fix it so I can bend off the recipe and make it something that I can do at home.
Ad lib.
Ad lib. So to this, I'm gonna add canned tomatoes and my herbs. While that's cooking down, I'm actually gonna add my herbs now. I have cumin, chili powder, a little bit of oregano. I like oregano. Crushed red pepper.
Turn on the heat.
We're reducing some of the liquid out of the tomatoes. Take the Pugsley 4X IPA. It calls for 4 cups in the recipe. You can certainly add more.
There's 22 ounces there.
You can leave a little bit for yourself. Do a Julia Childs. I've never really cooked with the 4X before. It's my first time. So you know, again, it's that recipe. If it's something that isn't quite there to your flavor profile for yourself, you can add whatever you like. You could add honey to that if you like. I'm gonna add a little brown sugar.
That'll help balance?
It'll balance some of the acidity from the tomatoes and from the beer.
Great.
Nice.
I'm a little bitter myself.
Sorry, I'm gonna got a lot of bitter in there.
That's fantastic. No double dipping, right?
No double dip.
No.
So in the interest of doing 10 things at once, like a kitchen, you know, normally does, I'm gonna get the parts going for the chicken scaloppini. So I'm gonna caramelize some onions, a little olive oil in a hot pan. So I got a medium-high heat here. I'm gonna throw these julienne onions in one pan.
Mushrooms.
Gills out. If you leave the gills in, if you put it in the sauce, it kind of gives it a muddy look. But if you take the gills out, all you gotta do is just take a spoon and drag it from the center out.
Now, is it true that the mushrooms breathe through the gills? I'm a fun guy to hang with. That mushroom was broken already on it.
That's all right. We got plenty.
He came in that way. I'd call your food supplier.
So we're gonna, I'm gonna turn these onions down just a little bit.
Are they too loud?
They are a little bit loud.
Okay.
You can use white mushrooms, you can use shiitakes, you can use dried mushrooms. It's really your preference. But I like portabellas. They got a nice body.
I like the ones with the nice body.
Yes, yes.
I like the mushrooms too.
And a little salt and pepper to the onions. In the kitchens, we have ovens at 450 degrees. So if you have limited space at home, what I do at home, when I do cook, which is rare now,
Perfect.
I take them and I throw something that is going to roast in a pan, and I'll throw it right in an oven. I just place the chicken in flour, seasoned flour.
Is this the first time you use those pans?
No.
No. Been around the block a few
Those
times.
have seen a lot of loving. Little more S&P love. What we want to do is we want to turn the temp down. We still want it to caramelize. I'm going to check on my mushrooms. All right, these are getting a nice golden brown on them. You can see it. And what that does, it takes the liquid out and it intensifies the mushroom flavor. Now, to finish the fondue, I'm going to take the smoked Gouda.
The expertly hand grated
Just about
smoked
to say,
Gouda.
professionally grated.
Nice.
For your enjoyment. And we're going to take cornstarch, and we're gonna mix these two together.
What effect does the cornstarch have?
The cornstarch is our thickener.
I think I spilled cornstarch on my head as a child. It's a thickener.
Hey Jim, do you mind running down to the bar and grabbing a pint or two of Longfellow? Maybe a pint for yourself. If,
I'm usually encouraged to run down to the bar to grab a pint or two, so this isn't a problem.
We're gonna add in our smoked Gouda and cornstarch mixture. What's going on, Jim? What took you so long? It seems like you might want to get that little foam mustache off the mustache over there.
Am I permitted to stir at any time?
Sir, anytime you'd like.
All right. What if I make a mess?
That's all right. That's why we have people to clean up after.
I was going to say, the chef never cleans.
Oh no, I clean every day. I'm gonna add a little curry to my chicken stock. You could certainly use, because we make our own chicken stock. You can use box chicken stock, bottled. You can use
Just squeeze a chicken.
Yeah, essentially. They don't like it though.
It's delicious. Do we have straws handy?
We do.
By the way, I think one of these pint glasses is defective.
Got a leak in it?
Yeah, it seems to be losing ground. I'll keep an eye on this one to make sure nothing bad happens.
We're gonna add a Longfellow winter.
Nice.
And we're gonna let that reduce just a little bit. Now, I'd have to say, I've been cooking 20 plus years.
Oh, you must be tired.
I am. I haven't stopped every day, 24 hours a day. Our fondue, I was gonna slice up a little bread. You can use any breads you'd like. We have pre-cooked rice because of time restraints on the line.
Rice.
A little oil again. little lubricant to keep it going.
Story of my life.
We're gonna add a little garlic. Again, nice aromatic, not too much.
Great.
And depending on the amount of people you use or have, you know, an appropriate amount of rice. You know, 3 ounces of rice is plenty. While I was throwing the rice and I pulled the toasted bread out, you can do bread on the grill if you like. You certainly can do, you know, whatever you want. So to this, I'm gonna add our curry chicken stock. Some cilantro. I'm gonna throw some fresh herbs in there for color. All right, so to the chicken, I add our roasted mushrooms.
Very much a treat for all the senses, even the sense of touch, because I'm sure Terry's been burned several times.
All right, so that's reduced. I think plenty. You want some sauce so you can actually taste it, and have some sauce for your plate. And I made enough fondue for an army. I have our herb rice.
Smells fantastic, looks fantastic.
Thanks, Jim. You could use arugula, you know, whichever you choose. But I always like to have some color in my plates.
So, after what that chicken had to endure, look at that.
I'm gonna add our winter Longfellow chicken scaloppini, which has a little curry in there.
I assume we can find utensils in the restaurant portion of the building, because I think it's time to eat.
I think it's time to eat too.
Excellent.
Let's eat.
And now that all the heavy lifting is done, Scott Logan, the owner of the Blue Mermaid, has decided to join us for the tough part of the operation. Terry did a fantastic job. You can see what we have here in front of you. It's a shame you cannot smell what's going on here, because it is really a feast for the senses.
As you can see, Terry does not lack in any of the creative departments. So any given day, at any given meal period, there's always some incredible additional specials.
Terry, fantastic job. Scott, thanks for having us.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for employing me.
Technically, your address is
409 The Hill.
The Hill.
Best way to get here via GPS is to put in 100 High Street, which will take you to the front door of the Hilton Garden Hotel, which we are right next to.
Well, that's it for our latest installment of the Sneak Attack Chef from the Blue Mermaid in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where you can find the Longfellow Winter Ale on draft for now. And thank you to the nice folks of the Blue Mermaid for pouring this on draft. The elusive, highly sought after, unique Shipyard Longfellow Winter Ale.
It's good.
The verdict is I may not eat again today.
There's some leftovers, you can take them home.
When you're in Portsmouth next, don't forget to visit Chef Terry Remick and the Blue Mermaid Island Grill.